Hello, hello. My name is Melissa Blassingham, and I am the director over the Allied Health Program here at Davis College. And I am meeting today with you to just kind of go over some things about who we are, what we do in our programs, and how they work, what the expectation is, and what it looks like to be in one of the programs here in the Allied Health Department at Davis College. Let me share my screen real quick. I'm going to go over a PowerPoint with you guys. And then if there are any questions at the end of this, you're always welcome to email me with any of your questions if they're not, if I don't cover them in our over this little slideshow that I put together for you guys, this PowerPoint, sorry. So again, like I said, I am the director over the Allied Health Programs here at Davis College. And there are some things that we set out to do and ways that we go about accomplishing those goals that we set forth for our students. So here I'll just read a little blurb about us. It says, here at Davis College in the Allied Health Program, you can expect to receive an education that will properly prepare you for a career in the medical field of your desired choice. Through instruction by ways of hands-on learning, lectures, videos, books, and online platforms, we're able to accommodate different learning styles and preferences. Because we are a small school, we're able to offer a different college experience than that of a larger university. Some of the things we kind of pride ourselves on at Davis College, because we are small, we have more personalized education. You're going to feel a little more personalization. We're going to know you by name. You're not just a number. You have access to most of our instructors. I know for me, you can contact me by way of email, or also usually I give out my phone number. In our Allied Health Program, most of our instructors are willing to do some tutoring if needed. If you're just not catching on, things seem a little hard. We also sometimes will offer some tutoring things, individual tutoring sessions, usually by way of Zoom. And then, of course, we just have smaller classes. So whenever you have smaller classes, your teachers are able to get with you and talk to you on a more personal level. Like I said in the beginning, we have both diplomas and degrees in our program. We have currently 3 different programs that you can enroll in. We have our medical assisting program, our billing and coding, and our medical administrative assistant program. And I will talk about what this looks like, what those jobs look like, and what that schooling looks like as we go through. So first off, we'll start off with our medical assisting. Medical assistants, or MAs, can typically find employment at doctor's offices, urgent care centers, labs, and in certain hospital settings. Because the MA is educated and trained in several areas, this unique training allows them to have flexibility in their employment. Some of the skills that will be learned as an MA are how to take blood pressure. Most MAs are responsible for taking vital signs when you walk into the doctor's office. So they're going to take your blood pressure, they're going to get your height and weight, they're going to get your temperature, and maybe some maybe pulse and stuff like that. So all your vital signs. Some MAs train, they take a little bit more certification. They learn phlebotomy. MAs are allowed to assist in small office procedures if that's what you want to do. They can schedule appointments, tests, and surgeries, and they can also give shots. This is just a tiny amount of different some of the tasks that MAs do. MAs, the good thing about being an MA is you can decide if you want to be clerical or clinical. Clinical, again, obviously would be those taking blood pressures, giving shots, doing that type of stuff. But MAs are flexible in what they're able to do. And so they're able to also work the front desk, work the scheduling, do some of the faxing, do that type of stuff. So MAs typically is one of our bigger programs. A lot of students enroll in that because it is so flexible, and because you have so many different things you can do with your career once you become a medical assistant. The training to be a medical assistant is completed for the diploma program. You must complete 46 credit hours through lecture, lab, and externship. All of our programs require an externship, so that just means that once you're done with all of your book work, your school work, you will go into an office, and you will hone in and learn how to do those skills a little bit better under the supervision of somebody in that doctor's office. Upon in order to complete, it says upon graduation upon completion of all required courses, labs, and externship with at least a C, the graduate can sit then for a test to become a registered medical assistant. So being a medical assistant, once you're finished with all of your schoolwork and your book work and your externship, you must sit and take a certification or a certification test. So you will either become a CMA or an RMA. I'm sorry, with the diploma program, you will just be a RMA because that's the only test you can sit for. But as a medical assistant, you must sit for a test in order to go then into your field and practice, and actually get a job or, start your career as a medical assistant. Our next program is our billing and coding. Billers and coders can often find employment at hospitals, urgent care centers, doctors' offices, and for outside companies that bill for small practices. One of the luxuries about being a biller and coder is that you're a lot of times you're able to work from home and not just have to be in an office. Some of the skills that are taught in our billing and coding program is how to do ICD-10 codes, something called HCPCS and CPT coding. So that's just like the different names that they use for hospital coding versus surgery coding versus doctor's office visit coding. But you learn all those different things. And again, this is a diploma program, and you can usually do these programs, and our diploma programs usually can be done in about a year. The training to be a biller and coder for the diploma program, you must complete 43 credit hours. And again, this is through lecture, billing and coding simulations, and then also your externship. Again, in order to complete, you must finish all of these, all of your lab work and all of your school work and all that with at least a C. And then once you've done that, you can sit for a certification to be a certified biller and coder. I also think that there's something interesting about billing and coding as well. Most people are either billers or coders, depending on what you like the most. So with billing and coding, you kind of have a little bit of option. There's a little bit of flexibility depending on which part of that you like to do. Next up, we have our medical administrative assistant. This too is a unique program that allows for education in a clerical setting. As a medical administrative assistant, many find employments in all areas of medical care, hospitals, doctors' offices, registration, hospice. They pretty much can go anywhere and work. Anywhere where people bill, you can get a job being a biller and coder pretty much. I'm sorry, not a biller and coder. Anywhere where there is hospital setting or anything, you can get a job to be a medical administrative assistant. I always like to think of them kind of as like the secretary of the medical office. So some of the skills that they learn are proper phone etiquette. How do we answer phones? Talking customers or patients down when they're kind of irritated, or just, getting that patient doctor or patient facility relationship together. They do a lot of scheduling. So they're going to learn how to schedule. They're also going to learn micro office suite. So they'll learn a lot of the Microsoft things, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel. So those are a lot of the skills that our medical administrative assistants learn, because again, they are like the secretary of wherever it is that they're working at. Training to be a medical administrative assistant is acquired by completing a program of 36 credit hours. And that typically happens through lecture and externship. So with our first two programs, medical assisting, they do some checkoffs. They learn how to do stuff through checkoffs. They have a lot of hands-on. The same thing with our billers and coders. With our medical administrative assistants, since this is more of like a secretarial, clerical type of job, they don't have to do anything like that. And then currently they don't sit for any certifications. I'm sorry, but I do believe that there's something coming down the pike to where they can also be certified as well. Our degree programs are just that of our diploma program. So you can get a degree as a medical assistant. This is a 2-year associate's degree. You can get that as a medical assistant or as a biller and coder. So it says after completion of one of our diploma programs, our students have the option to continue their education and receive an associate's degree in their current program by completing some additional general education courses. Some of those courses that will be needed to complete your associate's degree is composition 1 and 2, business communication forum. So there's a list of classes you would need to take in order to get your associate's degree. But like I said, a lot of our students will do our diploma program first and then transition into our associate program so that they can then go to work while they're finishing up their degree. I know this works a little different for our international students, but typically that's how that works.